Oh, thank you, Bex, for your generosity. Right, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for it now. As we go on, we'll get more people that will join in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the whole general report for all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs for the month of June. But I'm also going to include the Saturn transit in Aries for the next 2.5 years and what you can expect. What is Saturn? So Saturn is a planet or dimension of existence or dimension of reality or consciousness that returns everything that is thought, said, and done. Welcome, Nirmalan. As you think, speak, or do, there is a direct correlation to it. There's a result or there's a effect from the cause. So Saturn is the planet that governs the effect of the cause. So as Saturn transits, 2.5 years in one sign, 2.5 years in another sign, depending on what house that sign is, that area of your life, you're going to get your karma. Karma is a return. That area of your life, you're going to get the return of what's there or what you have done. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. Saturn doesn't care what you do. He just returns everything that he said, thought, said, and done. Now, if I have to break it down, we've got the sun in Gemini. Gemini is the third sign of the zodiac wheel. And numerologically, the third house is all about communication. It's about travel. It's about studies, about siblings. It's a very chirpy, very artistic, very creative energy. It's a very creative energy. So how does this impact you? Well, obviously, it impacts you differently based on your sun placement, your Saturn placement, and all the other planets where they are. But we're not going to go too deep into that. So this report is going to focus on the sun's placement, the moon's placement, Mars placement, Jupiter's placement, Saturn's placement. I'm not going to focus too much on Neptune and Pluto. We understand that Pluto is going retrograde at this moment. If I include that, it'll take too much of time. But I think it's important to include Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and definitely the Sun and the Moon on this session. So we're going to go ahead and discuss the first sign, which is governed by Mars itself, which is Aries. All Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs, Aries. Thank you, Nirmalan. All Sun, Moon, and Ascendant sign, Aries. Over the last 2.5 years, you've been going through an awakening. So it would have been very challenging for you because somehow in your subconsciousness, there is a reminder that something needs to change. In your subconsciousness, fear could have struck you. Sometimes you might not know why. But it's the best way to explain it is like, let's just say all of a sudden you got a knock on the door, you open the door and you've got a traffic officer or somebody that works in subs or whatever that's giving you a fine. And this makes you very scared. Yes, you haven't paid the fine as yet, but you have become aware that, hey, you know what? I was speeding. I've now got a fine. And that's what the last 2.5 years was. You were reminded of everything that you did. It came back to you. A lot of you would have went through the biggest heartbreaks in the last 2.5 years. A lot of you would have, you can probably count the hours of sleep you had every day. Some of you would have changed locations. A lot of you would have changed locations, or it's going to happen now. The biggest challenges you'd have went through in the last 2.5 years. And now you've got Saturn's placement in Aries, which is your first house. So Saturn was in your 12th house. To all the viewers on YouTube, welcome. I'm doing the general report for all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs for the month of June. So stick around. Hey Tim, Amanda, welcome. Hello to you. Stick around, you'll understand what this channel is about. So I'm doing a live on TikTok and simultaneously on YouTube. So welcome, stick around. So we must understand that if you look at Aries, holistically Aries, you are the first sign of the zodiac. Now, with Saturn's placement in your very same sign, which is your first house, which has a direct impact on your seventh house. If you look at the clock, one looks at seven. You will never find one looking at six. One always looks directly at seven, and seven looks at one. So the seventh house is impacted here. What is the seventh house? The seventh house is all about marriage, relationships, business partnerships. That's what it's about. So, depending on how you have led your life, depending on your karmic activity, this area of your life is lit up. All the things that you have doing that you've been doing that you were getting away with it, now is the time you probably might not get away with it. A lot of people end up going through divorces during this time here. Uh, the discussion could have happened 2.5 years in the last 2.5 years, but the actual divorce happens in the next 2.5 years. The verdict. Now, Saturn is also in the first house. So the first house is all about the physical health. Let's just say you've been getting away with the things that you eat, you drink, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, it hasn't impacted you in any way. Now is the time life can take you to the hospital. You'll end up in hospital where, remember, Saturn governs hospitals, Saturn governs courts, Saturn governs rehabilitation centers, Saturn governs jail, Saturn governs everything far away, distant lands. So Saturn takes you to these places to obviously evolve from that. So you could end up in hospital. Why? Because you need to learn what to eat and what not to eat. The body is never going to last forever. You're never going to get this body again. 10 years from now, you're going to want this body. 10 years from now, you're going to want your hair. 10 years from now, you're going to want your skin that you have. Because 10 years from now, an iron stone is not going to help you to iron your skin. And I understand this myself. So it's very important to pay attention to the present during this time here. Yes, it is a challenging time. If you look at all the Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Pisces, they would have went through this year. They know what it feels like, and they are out of this now. Even the Aquarians, they are out of this now. A lot of Aquarians and Pisceans went through the most difficult last 5 years. It depends on your actual karma, but Aries, you are going through this now. And June, if you look at June, June is your third house, anyways, which is all about communication, travel, long distance travel, sibling support. We've got Jupiter in your fourth house of home, family, roots. Jupiter's presence in your home, aspecting your career. So this is going to be a very good year for you with Jupiter's presence. It's a perfect time to be buying a new home. Some of you would have already bought a home. Some of you are considering buying a home. Some of you are thinking about relocation. It's a very good time for you, Aries, to do this. There's also expansion in the home. Maybe one of your siblings are getting married, or maybe there's an addition to the family. So June and a little of July is all about that. It's all about family. It's all about travel. It's all about communication. This is a perfect time for you to get involved. If you want to take leave, now is a good time to take leave and go and book a place very far away from your home. Now is also a good time to spend a lot of time with your family. All Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aries, you will see that during this month, your parents, if you are fortunate enough to have parents that's alive, then they will need your support this month. They will reach out to you. They'll be very upset with you that you're not giving them much attention. This is how it can manifest. Also, you can be reminded, not in a very good way, of what you need to stop eating and drinking. Pay attention to all of these clues that you get in the month of June, because this is a very good month for you. By far, this is a much more better month for you. Why? Because you've got Jupiter's aspect here on your fourth house, aspecting your 10th house of career. So a lot of you Aries are also changing jobs and moving very far away from your home. Wonderful, wonderful period for you. June is that month for you. I'm not going to talk about the negative stuff. If you are going through certain parts in your life and you want to have a discussion with me looking at your own personal chart, then you can book a reading on 07633101118. Overall, financially for the month of June, this is also a month of expenses. So, look, I can't tell you how to manage your money, but if I have to put myself, if I'm Aries, well, I do this all the time. Whether I'm Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, it doesn't matter. I always ask myself, is this needed or is this just a want? Sometimes the wants, it gets a bit, it overpowers the needs. It's okay now and then. But if you cannot handle so much of finance that you have, you wanting so much of money in your bank account, how you'll manage that thing that time? You'll smoke yourself to death if you have so much of money and you can't handle it. We may want a lot of things. Can we handle it? If you can't handle little now, how are you going to handle so much at that time? What are you doing to get it? So this is a very important month for you to do a lot of reflection on how you manage your finances. All right. From a relationship perspective, a lot of you are entering new relationships. If you are single, a lot of you are entering new relationships. And if you are not single and you're married, it seems that the issues that you have went through, you both are trying to find a way forward that'll be best for you both. Whether it's staying together or not, if you've been having problems, a way forward is definitely what I'm seeing in the month of June. Because with the vibration number 3, it's all about effective communication, isn't it? For example, sometimes communication is off. Why? Because you've got one side is going through so much in the mind, they can't handle that trauma, they're going to give off a lot of poison. On the other side, that person's got problem at work, problem at home, he is going to give off trauma. You add both trauma together, what you're going to get? You're never going to get nectar, you're going to get poison. But in the month of June, it seems that there is less external factors that's interfering with the mindset. Therefore, communication in the relationships is much more effective. So good luck and God bless you, uh, dear Aries. I'm going to move into the sign governed by Jupiter. Now, your ruling planet is changing signs this month. Taurians, we've had Jupiter in your second house of earned income over the last 1 year. Jupiter is going into your third house of communication, travel, higher learning. For the next 1 year, you will learn a lot of things. You will have that strong desire to want to learn, want to sign up or take, enroll in some kind of course. Also, travel. A lot of you would want to travel a lot. Travel has been on your cards for the last 1.5 years. And this, from now till May next year, it's going to be the pinnacle of your life, travel and learning. Now is the best time to enroll in some kind of course to improve on your skills. It's very easy to want different things. But if you ask somebody to master the art of it, it becomes very difficult. Oh, Abhi, I don't have time to go do this. If you generally want something, you would make time of, regardless of come hello high water, you'll make the time. Now, a lot of people wouldn't want like to hear this. Oh, it's very easy to say, but if you're living in my shoes, I live in my own shoes, and I know this for a fact. If something is very important to you, you will crawl. Your leg could be broken, but you will crawl to do it. That's how I'm doing this live, because I'm very passionate about this. It's not because I've got time, I've made the time because of my passion. But I work on the hour every hour. Now, your Saturn placement, Taurians, you've got Saturn in your 12th house. This can be a very difficult period for you. We've got the Sun in your second house of earned income. So it seems that money is in your mind this whole month. Every every movement of yours will be about money, but it's also the month of expenses. This is a month of serious expenses. So however you manage your money, that's up to you. But it seems that money is on the cards here. We've got Saturn in your 12th house, aspect in your 6th house. So health is a big concern for you. It could be a health, health of you, or health of your partner, or health of a parent figure. Now, with the 12th house activity, it seems that you're going through a growing up period. So now is the perfect time for you to keep an open mind, because life can be very challenging for you if you have had a closed mind. And you can ask all the sun, moon, and ascendant Aries what they've went through. They'll explain it to you. This is a time where if you took life for granted, you took people for granted, this is a time where you will learn and experience the pain that they have been through. Why? So that you evolve from that and don't do it again. If you have been a manipulative person, if you have lied, cheated, stole, this is a time where you will go to that in your own life so that you learn not to do it, because you will feel what it feels like. You're going through a period where you're going to feel exactly how you've been to other people. It's called a karmic evolutionary process. It is the best time in somebody's life. Why? Because you learn the most. When I have went through this in my life from 2017 to 2022, what I learned in those 5 years, I've never learned in my whole life. I can tell you that much. There's a lot of things that I would still like to do, but I know the consequences of it. Before, I did not know the consequences of it. Uh, Dear viewers, if you are new on the channel, please make sure you are following me. Also, go on to YouTube and subscribe to Astro Inodabi. My recording is going to be there. Right? Overall, from a health perspective, this could be a very tough month for you, Taurians. It's best to not ignore the signs ears, nose, and throat, ENT. This is the area that I'm picking up that will give you a lot of issues. From a financial perspective, yes, your mind will be focused on money, but I cannot tell you whether you're going to get a lot of money. What you do is what you get. If you decide to rollerblade and skate at work, you're not going to get anything. But if you're a person that's consistent in your applications for new jobs, if you're a person that's consistent in, and dedicated in your work, if you're passionate about it, then you're going to get somewhere. That's how it is. Oh, Abhi, can you tell me my future? I do not tell futures, and nobody can tell you your future. The job of an astrologer is to see the planets where it is and to dictate the energies that it's going to give off. And looking at your vibration, your current state of vibration, and looking at the planets where they are and the energies that they're going to give off, the most probable thing that you're going to experience is what I can tell. But the biggest thing that you have is a choice. And a choice is something nobody can see. So a prediction is basically seeing the energies where what's going to come through, what your current state of vibration is, and how you're going to act on it. Why? Because as a medium, you will be able to see generally how a person is going to behave with that. For example, if you take a lighter and well, if you strike a match and you put your finger on it, you'll know 99% of the people are going to say scream, but you'll get that 1% of people that don't scream. They just pull their hand away, or maybe 10% of them pull hand away. So it's the choice, but the probability of somebody screaming is very high. That's how it is. So German Taurians, this is a very crucial time in your life where uh, well, it is a growing up period for you, and with the sun's placement in your second house aspecting the eighth house of transformation, it seems that you are highly fixated in wanting to transform your life in a financial perspective. Now, I can't tell you how that's going to go in for you. I can look at your personal chart and tell you, but generally, if I'm doing a general forecast, I can't tell you how you're going to behave in your own life when it comes to your finances. But this is a crucial time for you to look at how you've been spending money. It's a crucial time to you to look at how you've been managing yourself in your career, whether you're passionate in your career. If you are passionate in your career, it wouldn't feel like work. If you're not passionate about your career, you will always feel like it's work. So this is a time where most of you will end up leaving the jobs that you are in if you are not passionate about it. And I can tell you this much. Most of Sun, Moon, Ascendant Taurians, you will end up doing something differently if you're not passionate. And the biggest thing that I'd like you to understand, not just Taurians, but all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs, um, if you don't exhibit the qualities to get you somewhere where you want to be, then you're never going to get there. If your focus is more on the end goal, you're never going to get there. Your focus must never be on the end goal. Your focus should be on the ingredients to get there. The ingredients to get there is consistency, resilience, dedication, passion, and a lot of sacrifice. Everybody is focused on the end goal. When you look at somebody, you can see the end goal of what they are. But if you pay attention to how they got there, now that's intellect. Pay attention to how the person he or she has got to where they are. You will gain something by looking at the end goal and you know trying to compare yourself to that, you are doing yourself more harm. That is a very stupid thing to do. And this is for everybody. You shouldn't do that. Now, I wish you all the best for the month of June. Um, Health is a big concern for you, Taurians. Financial matters is a big concern for you. Relationships, that will all go well this month. From a career perspective, you're busy scratching your head to see whether you're going to be or not. That's what's going to happen in June. And there's a strong emphasis on the sexual nature of who you are. Sexual energy is energy of creation. Sexual energy is that force in you. So as much as you will feel very powerful this month, that force will be in you. That state of happiness will be in you. But your job is to try and extend it for a long period of time. That's what you should try and do. Focus on what makes you happy and pay attention to those things. And the things that don't bring you any peace in your life, it's time to chuck it away. That's what you should use the month of June for. It's perfect to do that. Third house. Let's move on to the sign governed by Mercury, Buddha. You've got the sun's placement in your very first house here, and you've got Saturn's placement in your 11th house, aspect in your 5th house of children, creativity, other people. Sun is in the first house, aspect in the 7th house, 4th house, 10th house. We've got Pluto retrograde in another air sign like yours, which is Aquarius. So here, most of you, for the last 2.5 years, you would have went through the most difficult period in your career and home. Some of you would have been laid off at work. Some of you may have lost their jobs. Some of you may have got fired, retrenched. Some of you are just pushed off and you don't want to work there anymore. This is a very good month for you. From a career perspective, very good month for you. If you're waiting on any opportunity, I'm seeing that you will get you'll get positive news anytime after the 23rd of June. By the way, the 23rd of June is a very important day, but I'll do a separate live for that there. A lot of you would have went through relationship trauma, which you have gotten over it. Some of you are concerned about your body. If you're a female, most of you are thinking about pregnancy. You are wanting to have children. If you are a male, you're thinking about change of career, but you don't know where, you don't know what. I can tell you this much, that in the month of June and the first 2 weeks of July, you will get very favorable news. It could be a light bulb moment. Oh, I finally know what I should do. And it can come out from anywhere. Because where the planets are right now, they will bring this energy to you where you'll just have that light bulb moment. I know what to do. Now, with the Saturn's placement in the 11th house, aspect in the 5th house, this could be very challenging in terms of friendship. A lot of you will start to lose a lot of friends during the next 2 years. The people that are not good for you or you're not good for them, if you're a problem causer, if you're one that stirs a lot of trouble, you will see a lot of people will leave you from now. You'll feel very alone. You will feel very, you'll question yourself, why is it that nobody wants to talk to me? Or why is it nobody's asking me out anymore? Why my friends is not asking me to go out with them anymore? This is what you're going to go through. Don't question it. It is meant to happen that way. If you question it and the more you try to hold on to it, you're going to get some very lousy news which you don't want to hear. So it's best to let be. Accept and just let be. What troubles you today might not even bother you in the next couple of days and weeks to come. So don't even worry about it. If you are thinking about children, look, I generally don't like to talk about conceiving and all that on my lives, but this is a general forecast for all sun, moon, and ascendant signs of Geminis. It's safe to say that from a general perspective, this is a very good energy is there for you to, well, for pregnancy. Very, very good, if that's what you want. Right? And if that's not what you want, then you need to take precautions. And this is a very good month for you to launch something. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Geminis. If you want to launch some business proposal of yours that you've got in the closet, it's a perfect time for you to take it out and launch it. The probability of things working for you is very, very high. From a health perspective, look, mentally, this could be a very frustrating month for you, Geminis, and it's coming in purely because of your career. What you do is up to you. If you are doing the right thing, then you wouldn't be frustrated. If you're not consistent, and if you, I always say this: if something irritates you, you are a very irritable person. So now is the perfect time to not be an irritable person. Don't let irritation reside in you and rent for you free in your mind. It's not nice to let something like it. Try and be witness what you are going through. What is renting free in your mind that's causing a bit of havoc? Chuck it away. Kick it out of the home. It doesn't need to be there. You have a choice as to what you want to roam in your head and skate in your head for the whole day or not. And you have a choice whether you want to stay at the place you're working on or not. I had a choice. I chose to leave everywhere that I worked. 1 week here, 2 weeks here, 1 month here. A lot of people question it. I never bothered. But anyways, exercise your choice. Your choice is your free will. It's given to you by creation itself. Creation itself is a happening, which is a happening, and it will continuously happen. You are part of it. Let nature take its course, right? So I'll say good luck to one and all. Gemini's, all the best for you in the month of June and the first 2 weeks of July. Let's move on to the sign governed by the moon itself. There was a full moon in Scorpio energy about 3 weeks ago, which was very, very tough. A very tough placement for most people. A lot of people would have lost their loved ones during this time here. A lot of people, most amount of deaths, breakups would have happened during this time here. Very unsettling energy. But now you've got the sun in the 12th house, aspect in your 6th house of health issues, karmic issues. A lot of people from the past are coming back in your life. A lot of people in the career is coming back in your life. Your previous bosses might reach out to you. Previous friends might reach out to you. People from the past in relationships might reach out to you. But it's things that are coming from the past. It's coming back to you. Why? Well, there's no reason why. That's how nature works. What you do with it is entirely up to you. You want to make something nice of it, good. You want to chuck it away, good. All depends on what you want in your life. Remember, you have the choice. You can decide what you want to do, with whom you want to do. That's how powerful you are. You have a choice, and there's nobody that can take your choice away. And that's what you got to remember. I have a choice. I can choose to do this, or I can choose to do that. I can choose to think this, or I can choose to think that. By thinking this, it brings me into a very low vibration. I shall choose not to think this anymore. Whether it's the truth or not, why would you want to think about something that irritates the living hell out of you? Well, you should never push it away. The reason why things annoy you is because you push it away. It'll never go away. God itself is everywhere, in everything. There's no other place that which you push away can go to. There's no outside. God is the good, the bad, the yin, the yang, the planets, the stars, the sand, the phone, your fingers, your toes, your eyes, your hair, the mirror, the couch, the data that you're using. Every single thing is the God, nature itself. There's no external place that it can go to, because everything that can possibly is or possibly could be is the God. So where you're trying to push it, it's gonna come back to you. So therefore, you should allow it to rent in your head, accept it for what it is, and then something from there happens to you. But if you try to push it away and where it rents in your head but causes you problem, then there is no acceptance. You're not accepting reality for what it is. That's how important this month is for you. It is a very karmic month for all sun, moon, and ascendant Cancerians. A lot of you, if you are in relationships, you will doubt, you will doubt the people that you are with. You can doubt your business partners. You can doubt your friends. You can doubt everybody during this month. Why? Because it's bringing all your past karma, all the things that you haven't healed from in the past. It's bringing it to you. What you do with it is entirely up to you. This could be a repetition later on if you don't fix it up. Now we've got Saturn placement here in the 10th house, career. A lot of you will be going through career changes, definitely career changes. Saturn in the 10th house, you will find your passion over the next 2.5 years. Aspect in your 4th house of home family root, a lot of you are looking at new homes. Some of you would have already moved into your new homes. What you thought about it, you thought something is going to be very profound or good about it. Whether it is like that for you, good. If it's not for you, then you are still searching for something. You will always search for something if you haven't found peace in this very moment. In this very moment where you are right now, this is the only thing that exists. If you haven't found peace in this very moment, you will always be searching for something externally. When I went to a specific country where it is absolutely exponentially emphasized on the physical dimension of a consciousness, I can tell you everybody goes to this place to experience something externally from who they are, only to find out that, hey, wait a minute, There's something in me that is still miserable, even though I'm here. Externally it looks so nice, but something in me is still miserable. This is what you're going to go through now. If inside you there is chaos, no matter where you go, you will take the chaos with you. And this is very evident with people that try to use travel as a mean to try and avoid certain things in their life, thinking it will help you. It will never help you. You will carry your mind with you. You carry your trauma with you, your gods, your demons, your orgasms. You all take that. You take everything with you. It doesn't leave you. Only you have the choice to work with it and dissolve it like salt to water through the use of meditation. Meditation is not a thing that you must do. Meditation is the dissolving of your thoughts and mind, your thoughts, your thoughts and all the things that your belief systems and whatever. It is stillness. That's what it is. So this is a very important month for all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Cancerians. A lot of you in the last 3 to 4 years, relationship trauma has been the pinnacle of your life, and here you've got a return of it. Are you happy with your relationship? Because if you're not happy, then you've got a chance to make amends. That's what it is. Friendship, people from the past, in terms of friends, whatever trauma that would have caused you to go apart, and if you ended on bad terms, um, this energy could bring you both back together, or you and other people back together, to see what you can do with it. The planets don't care what you do with the energy. What you do with it is entirely up to you. It was a very sunny day today. No, the sun never tell me I must go hang my clothes. Not once have I ever heard the sun tell me to go hang my clothes. But I had a choice to go hang it or not. The sun still set. It never worried whether I went and hang the clothes or not. That's how the planets are. And for all the people that you go for help, they'll tell you this planet came to disturb you and that planet came to disturb you. There's no planet that comes to disturb you. Planets, we are so insignificant. You think a planet is going to worry, oh, I need to go and disturb this person because this person has done me harm. Anyways, it's just energy. What you do with it entirely up to you. From a health perspective, Cancerians, this is a decent month for you. Uh, but it seems that the first 2 weeks, or the last 2 weeks of May, or the last week of May and the first week of uh, June will be difficult for you in health. This is regards to your chest area, chest and all the way upstairs. But from the middle of June going forward, from the 17th of June going forward, as we enter the cusp period of your sun's placement, um, it'll be a very good time for you. So good luck and God bless you. A good time for you in terms of your health, purely in your health. So I'm seeing you, whatever sicknesses and diseases you're suffering from, I'm seeing some kind of elevation from this pain that you're going through. So good luck and God bless you all. Let's move on to the sign governed by the sun itself. Your ruling planet is sitting in your 10th house right now. You've got Saturn in your 7th house of, sorry, you've got Saturn in your 8th house of sexuality transformation. A lot of you are thinking about children right now. A lot of you are probably having children right now. A lot of you are 8th house of transformation aspect in the 2nd house of earned income or property. A lot of you would have received a large sum of money, or you're expecting a large sum of money in the next couple of weeks and months to come. You've got Saturn's placement here for the next 2.5 years, so your life can transform in a very profound way financially. A lot of you are thinking about businesses to open up. A lot of you are thinking about jobs to change. This is a very good time for you because I'm seeing your financial part of your life is improving. And definitely the old self is dying off. So whatever it is that you're going through now, please accept it. The old self is dying off. You are taking a whole new um, but it also depends on your state of consciousness. It depends on your karma that you've been creating and the karma you do create. But the energy that's coming through, it's taking you to a better place financially. Definitely a better place financially. It could be business, definitely business for most of you. But also, this seems like money is coming from an external side. It could be inheritance. It could be. It could also be something that you've never earned through your own hard blood, sweat, and tears. It could be like a gift. Somebody will just come and say, you know what, I appreciate the way you've worked. Here's a 5,000, yeah, here's a 5,000 rand here, here's a 50,000 rand here for you to go act your way with. It could happen like that. Now, this will be a very busy month for you in your business, in your career, or it'll be a very busy month for you. 10th house, 4th house. It seems that you have an addiction for the home front and career. Like your head is always placed in home and career. It seems like you don't like to be alone, or you're afraid of being alone, or uh, Or it could mean that if you're married, it could mean that your partner might go far away from you and you don't like the idea. Or what it could mean is that you want to keep your partner there with you all the time, or you like everybody to be very close next to you. It's like that. It could work out like that there. Or it could mean that you're having discussions to do some kind of home improvements. This will be very good for you. Maybe extending your home, rearranging your living space. Also, in the career front, if you are working for somebody, this is a good month to ask to work remotely. This is your best chance that you got to ask to you know to work from home. Most probably the answer will be yes. Um, Now we do have Pluto retrograding in your seventh house of marriage, partnerships, and what have you. What this means is that you need to look at how you, if you're married, look at how you've been in your marriage. If you are in business and you've got a partner, look at how you've been with your partner. Have you been fair? Have you been fair in marriage? Have you been fair? Only you would know this, or maybe the ego will blind you. But let me tell you this much, that where the planets are with the Pluto retrograde, even if your ego is blinding you, because of Saturn's placement in Aries, the deliverance of as you have been will be very devastating to you. This is a time where a lot of Leos could go through a breaking point uh, in terms of how they have behaved in their business partnerships and marriage. And most chances are that you'll be be of acceptance to what your partner is saying, because a lot of you would have also lost loved ones. Some of you would have lost a child, a parent figure. You know what the feeling of loss is. So you look for support, the closest ones that are there for you to support you, and you will hold on to them and you would actually listen to them now. So it's a good time for you. I would classify it as a good time because you now can connect with the people close to you. You can relate to the pains and sufferings. So you behave in such a way where you're connecting from understanding their pain and not from them causing you some kind of annoyance in inverted commas. You won't feel like that anymore. From a health perspective, I don't see any complications this month. Right, so good for you. Let's move on to the sign governed by Mercury, Virgo. You've got Sun in your ninth house, aspect in your third house. You've got Pluto retrograde in your sixth house, aspect in your 12th house. You've got Saturn in your eighth house, aspect in your second house. Now, how I look at it like this here, this can be a very confusing period for you. Even though the sun is in the house where your ruling planet governs, which is Mercury as well. But it could be a very confusing time for you in these areas. Your career, it seems that whatever it is that you want in your career, it's just not happening anymore. Things were working fine for you, but things are just not happening well for you anymore, and you don't know why. Some of you would have lost that passion in your career. You would have lost that oomph in your career. You've come out of a T junction, August, September 2021, 2022, January 2022, May 2022, October, November 2023, May. There would have been some kind of shift, and closing in on 2023, November, karmic end there. You should have made changes in your life that would have brought more better experiences for you in terms of your career. If you haven't, look, most of you will suffer your mind anyways. You think 101 things and don't get think anything. You don't like to do anything about it. A lot of times you will miss out on the best opportunities in life because you spend more time thinking about it than actually doing anything. This is a month like that where if you continue on that platform, it can be a very difficult month for you in your career, also with your health, and definitely it'll affect your home front. What do you do here? Remember, you've got Saturn's placement in Aries, which is the eighth house of the old self is dying away. So whether you do something or you do not do something, Saturn is still going to do its. But if you don't make a conscious decision, you don't make a decision as to what you want in your career, You can find out that it can get a bit rough and you might get kicked out of that place. Or you might find out they are retrenching. Or you might find out that, hey, wait a minute, I'm sick and tired of this place. I need to leave. I need to start applying for new jobs and I need to go. That's what you should do. If you know something is not working for you, do something about it. Don't sit there and say, you know what, I need to speak to this person and that person. Nobody's going to take that feeling that you have inside you away. If you've got Arthur, Martha, Tom, and Jerry at work, that is shakers and skaters and rollerbladers at work. But then again, you know what? It all depends on you. Whatever you want to do, just do it. Even if you wanted to stay in that, do it. But for the ones who want a better experience, Tasmia, welcome. If you want a better experience in your life, I'll tell you this much. Now is the time to think less and do more. The more you think, you suffer your madness. You know, I always say this. You must sit in a room, put your phone away, leave the lights off, sit there for at least 4 hours with no water and no food. At least for. Welcome, Tasmia. Welcome. Lock yourself up in a room and keep your phone away. Don't have access to anybody. It must be dark in that room. No food, no water. And just sit on the floor. I promise you, you will see the madness that you suffer. You will see the things that you suffer come up at play. And this is a very, very beautiful exercise for you to do. Why? Because from there, you will be able to identify the things that I like to call as serpents inside your head. They are very poisonous. These are the things that poison you and give you negative thoughts. If you have any negative thoughts, you're only going to manifest a physical frontage of that which is not going to be good for you. Oh, Abhi, it's so difficult to be positive. Well, if you got a roof over your head, I'll take your roof away from you. Very quickly, your problem went from what you thought it was to now wanting to get a new roof. So appreciate your roof no matter what. Oh, Abhi, I got a problem. I need a job. Okay, I know you need a job. Let me take away your legs. Oh, very quickly, I wish I had my legs back. So appreciate what you got. When you start doing that, you start to rise in vibration. Once you in a state of gratitude, you start to rise in frequency. Once your frequency is risen, you can start to attract that which is of higher dimensions into your life. All right? And that is a new job. Also, if you are looking for a new job, it is very easy to lose the plot and become very demotivated because it's not what you it's nobody's worried about you, nobody's giving you time of day. But also remember, it's a very karmic period. You could have got opportunities before. If you were a person that rejected them because you had your own agendas going on in your life, because you wanted to put everybody else first, maybe your family members first, or maybe your friends first, or whatever, this is a karmic period where you will learn from that. Why? Because you know you need to put yourself first. If you don't put yourself first, let me tell you this much, nobody will put you first. Whether you like this or not, I've never seen anybody who lost somebody and somebody say, oh, because you went away, now let me go away with you. And they really went away. I've never seen that. Maybe you have seen that in your life, but from what I've seen, whoever went away, they went away alone. And I've always seen this. I know when I came in this world here, I know for my parents, nobody else in the family came same time. So I came alone here. So if you don't look after yourself, nobody will look after you. Oh, Abhi, how you can say that? My partner loves me so much, they will look after me. See, stop doing all the nice fancy things you're doing for your partner. Go and change your relationship status on social media. Go put single. See how quickly the demons will come out. Love is a very profound word which most human beings don't understand. This goes for everybody, including me. We all one. Anyways, Virgos, how to come out of your confusion at career. Write down everything that you want in your life and write down what are you doing about it. If you're sitting and playing marbles and not doing nothing about it, no God is going to come up from heaven and say, here's my child, you must go into this year. It doesn't work that way. There's nobody up sitting upstairs. Anyways, let's move on to the sign governed by Jupiter itself. Librans, you've got your Jupiter, your ruling planet, changing signs this month. Um, 10th house of career, a lot of Librans will end up in better jobs. For the next 1 year, you will get good career opportunities for all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Librans. Very, very beautiful year for you. Promotions are a big happening for you. From now till next year, May, a lot of you can expect some lovely promotions. If you've been somebody that is shirking and jerking at work, if you've been somebody that's dancing on TikTok videos at work, you're not going to get that. Obviously, if you've been somebody that is working very gracefully, passionately, you can expect some kind of lovely promotion for you, or some kind of lateral move, or some kind of opportunity externally from the job that you're working or the company that you're working in. Right? 10th house, 4th house. A lot of you are also entering a better space in your home over the next year. Some of you may move into better homes. Some of you might end up with more happiness in your home over the next year. Jupiter expands 4th house. A lot of you might be getting married. A lot of you might be having children. If you have children, a lot of them might be getting married, or a lot of them might be having children. The home is expanding in the next 1 year. You can expect the home to expand on the physical front. Maybe your children are getting married, or maybe one of them are having children. Very, very lovely time. Happy times for you in your home front. Now, you've got the sun here in your eighth house of transformation. Money matters. This is a very good time for you financially as well. It seems that money is just pouring into your cup here. Um, from a health perspective, yeah, you've got Pluto retrograding. In your fifth house, it seems that children are causing you health issues if you got children. Or life will take you in your past. You might be thinking about all the things that you would have liked to do as a child. Are you doing that now? A lot of you would want to just explore and find the childlike nature in you. A lot of you want to enjoy yourself. Fifth house aspect, 11th house. So you want to travel, you want to explore life, you want to lead a much more happier life. It's You've come out of, some of you are still in a bit of trauma regarding family, some of you are not, but you're looking for a better life. I see you searching for a better life here. And with the Saturn's placement in your seventh house of marriage, well, you've got the cardinal signs here. Saturn, the cardinal signs: Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Capricorn, Cancer. These are the cardinal signs. Um, look, Look, I'm not going to talk about anything negative for you. But if you are going through anything in your marriage that you like to talk about, or in your relationships or business partnership, please talk to me privately on 07633 because Saturn's influence here is on your seventh house of relationship for the next 2.5 years. So your relationships with the other people are going to be tested. A lot of you will become very serious people, even more serious than you are. Um, a lot of you that have came out of lousy relationships, you will be very tough, very stern. Or if you have been the toxic one, you can expect a lot of trauma bonding to happen over the next 2.5 years. Look, if you are confused about relationships from now to the next 2.5 years, please talk to me privately. This is a Saturn karmic transit happening. Talk to me privately on 07633101118. Let's move on to the sign. But from a health perspective, I don't see any problems, right? Let's move on to the sign governed by Pluto. Now, your ruling planet is retrograde. You take one step forward, something happens. You take another step forward, something happens. Look, it might be very challenging. Ever since Pluto went retrograde in the last 3 weeks, every time you take one step forward, you feel something is pulling you back. Don't worry about it. Just find the peace and joy in it. Once you find the peace and joy in it, just focus on your duty. When you focus on your duty, nothing else will move you. When you focus on Tom, Dick, Harry, Potter, Mary, everything else will move you. When you're focused on what truly makes me happy. If, for example, me, I put my phone away, I put everything off, I sit and I ask my higher self, my higher self, what truly makes me happy? My higher self will tell me, you know what? What truly makes you happy is nothing. Because that's what makes me happy. Nothing makes me happy. But before, everything made me happy. Eating nice food made me happy. Going out made me happy. Now, nothing makes me happy. I'm just peaceful. I'm just peaceful. What irritates me? I ask myself, what irritates me? I've learned to answer like this here. What irritates me is the things that are allowed to irritate me. I have a choice as to what irritates me. Oh, look at how powerful I am. Wow. Now I'm powerful. I have a choice as to what irritates me. I have a choice as to what makes me peaceful. So it's all me. There's nobody going to come up from heaven somewhere and tell you, you know what, boom, I cast this thing on you, I'm giving you happiness. It doesn't work that way. A lot of people are still waiting for something to happen. 30 years have gone, they are waiting. The moment you realize that you are the creator yourself, you are creating your own realities. Yes, it is a parallel reality that you are. Whatever you think, whatever you feel, and whatever you're doing, it is a parallel dimension that is existing exactly how you're thinking. We're not going to go too deep in this here. I'll end up talking about ETs and all of that. But fundamentally, if you are going to set back Scorpios, ignore it, accept it. This is life. That's the chaos. Where's the beauty in the chaos? Or I know this has happened in the past. I know not to worry about it because I've overcome it before. And you focus on your duty. When you focus on your dharma, everything is good. The sun always rise and set. The sun will never give you rain. It is always doing its duty very passionately. I know 37 years of my existence, I've always seen the sun there. Not once I've never seen the sun every day. I've seen it. I know it's there. The fact that I can say I know it's there. Because it's focused so much on its duty. When you focus so much on your duty, nothing changes. I can tell you this much. Your dharma is so strong. Your dharma is your duty. Like Vajra, it is strong as that. Or it can be weak like a feather floating away from this side to that side. One day you're doing this, another day you'll go do that. Oh, Abhi, I need to put my hands in many things. If you put your hands in many things, you need to be a master at something. I always say little knowledge is more worse than no knowledge. If you go into something with little knowledge, you can cause more problem for yourself and a lot of other people. So this you've got Saturn's placement here in your sixth house of health. I did say this in the Saturn transit report I've done 2 weeks ago. It's over 2 weeks ago. You need to pay attention to your health. Nobody is going to come down from heaven and give you good health if you don't put good health to you. If you eat the wrong thing, if you are eating 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, that's not going to work for you. Oh, Abhi, I get hungry. Hunger and starvation is very different. You must have a hungry stomach before you go to sleep. Trust me when I tell you this. What they told you in school and university is all wrong. They want you guys to sleep like that. Hunger and starvation is very different. Eating at that time will cause you huge problem going forward. You're going to have a lot of problem in the lower part of your body. You're going to have problem with your back, your stomach, and your bladder, that part down there. You'll have trouble there. Now, also, eighth house is emphasized there. Jupiter's placement in your eighth house. Financial matters. A lot of you will make a lot of money from this month to till May next year. This could be one of your financially biggest years for you from now till May next year. But obviously, if you want that's playing marbles at home, you're not going to get that. All right? If you've been one that's resilient, dedicated, passionate in what you do, you will get that. Remember, it's what you put in is what you get out. If you're going to sit at home and put your hands together and pray to some entity up there to help you, it's not going to help you. God helps those that helps themselves. The God is in the doing. If you are not doing, you are not God. You're not part of God at that moment. In it, God is in the doing. So you need to do. You do something for something to happen. Now we've got Pluto retrograde in the fifth house. You've got Saturn in the sixth house, aspect in the seventh house. From a relationship perspective, I don't see any concerns here. From a health perspective, I've just discussed it. From a financial perspective, very good period. From a spiritual perspective, what is spirituality? Every one of us are we having a spiritual experience. What is spirituality? You go eat food, you get full, or I am full. That is spiritual awareness. I need to eat food to get full. Spirituality is not putting some dhoti on or putting some coat on and talking about something that you don't know of. That is not spirituality. Spirituality is not talking about something that you've never experienced. A lot of people talk about things that they have never experienced within them because it's written in some kind of book. They're talking about somebody else's experiences. That's not spirituality. That's bullshit, right? Spirituality is something that you're going through every day. As you evolve from the lessons that you have learned, if you apply them, that's spiritual progression. If you know something is hot, you put your hand there, you get burnt. Oh, I need not to put my hand there anymore because I'm going to get burnt. That's spiritual awareness. Spiritual awareness is God. What is God? Not up in heaven. God is everywhere. Everything that you can think of, everything that can possibly be, everything that omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotence. It's everything. The good, the bad, your thoughts, your feelings, your enjoyment, your pains, your suffering. Everything is all the God. There's nothing outside of it. It is pure existence everywhere. I have heard a lot of people talk about omnipotence, omniscience, and they'll tell, oh, God is only the good part of it. If God is omniscient and omnipresent, it means everything. That's a total contradictory to it. A lot of people don't understand what God is. God is the actual existence, the creation, the happening of it, the science behind the happening of everything. Creation itself, it's the happening. So you are going through a spiritual progression in your life as well. Sun, moon, and ascendant Scorpios, very profoundly, you will learn. You would have been learning the biggest things that in your life over the last 2.5, 3 years. Over the next 1.5 year, you will learn the most that you've possibly learned thus far. And this will humble you a lot and make you find peace within you, because it's very difficult to find peace and the mind is always busy. And it's very difficult for you to keep the mind still. We understand this. But overall, this is a very beautiful month for you, especially if you want to create something. Whatever it is you want to create, you should create it in the month of June. Whatever you want to launch it in June. Whatever you want to apply it in June. You'll find out that it will manifest before you how you want it, right? Because the sun's placement is in your 8th house. Let's move on to the sign governed by Jupiter also. Your ruling planet is changing signs here. I like to include Mars as a ruler here as well. I don't know why, but I always do it. You've got Sun in your 7th house of marriage, partnerships, relationships. You've got Jupiter that is changing signs for the first time. Sagittarians, I can tell you this much. A lot of you will be getting engaged, married, or you will end up in business partnerships from now till next year. If you can think back 12 years ago, 12 years ago, a lot of you would have got engaged to somebody. Or if you're already married, that's when you would have planned your marriage. Or 12 years ago, you would have done some kind of commitment with somebody. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Sagittarians. You've got Jupiter aspect in your 7th house of marriage, relationships. If you're already married, then this could signify that your relationship could take extremely great heights in terms of a state of consciousness. From a positive perspective, you and your partner might find peace and happiness together. All the time, you could have been one rebelling your partner, kicking them away. Why? Because you just don't like anybody to tell you what to do. You like to do things on your own way. But guess what? Now you will find ways to work with your partner. You will find huge happiness with them. This is one of your best years in your marriage, business partnerships, and relationships overall. But you've also got Saturn in your 5th house. So if you've been one that has been a bit, if you've been one looking at China, one eye looking at China, one eye looking at Japan, Saturn in the 5th house over the next 2 years, Saturn's presence could force you to look only one side. You'll be forced to only look at one, and it can come through with a lot of pain. If you're seeing Japan and China together, you can get caught like that. You know, a lot of you would also be thinking about children. You probably would feel that you need to have children. Time is running out. A lot of you will be looking at your age. If you already have children, a lot of you will be forced to spend time with your children. Why? Because you will see that they're giving you some kind of difficulty, and you will realize maybe I need to spend time with my children. I need to bond with them. It makes you that person. Saturn in the 5th house makes you that person, make you do your duty with regards to your children. If you've been one moving away from them. From a financial perspective, look, Sagittarians, there's Pluto retrograding in your 6th house. So it seems there is a bit of a slowdown here. A lot of you have spent a lot of money with Pluto retrograde. It's been like the best way to explain this is you've been thinking of some kind of project to work on, and I see that this has manifested over the last 2 weeks and you spent a lot of money, and now you're a bit concerned, hey, I spent a lot of money, am I going to be making it back? When Pluto goes direct in the next 3 months time, I see this happening for you. So when it comes to all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Sagittarians, I can tell you this much: whoever owes you any money, if you're waiting on some kind of sale agreement from a home that you're trying to sell, or if you're waiting for some kind of good news with regards to property, I'm seeing this manifest very positively for you over the next 3.5 months. Actually, after 3 months or so. All right. Obviously, it's all karmically based. If you, as you do social, you get. If you have done the wrong thing, you cannot expect something good to come out from it. All right. We've got Saturn aspecting your fifth house, in your fifth house, aspecting your 11th house. So make sure that your thoughts, words, and actions are in alignment with your higher self. Otherwise, you'll get your lower self as an experience. All right. Whatever your thoughts are in the astral dimension will definitely manifest in the physical dimension with a lot of effort, consistency. It will definitely manifest in the physical dimension. So you got to also watch what you think of, speak of, and do, which is known as karma. All right. From a health perspective, I don't see any concerns. Okay. I actually see whatever health issues you've been going through mentally in your head, they are starting to improve. Let's move on to the sign governed by Saturn, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Capricorns. You have come out from a very difficult period from 2020 to 2023. Saturn, the second house, aspect in the eighth house, delaying finances. Then it has moved into your third house for 2.5 years. Communication, travel, delays, frustration. A lot of you would have been afraid of other people. Um, you would have learned the biggest amount of lessons from your siblings, biggest amount of lessons from other people, also from travel. You'd have learned patience. But now Saturn is sitting in your fourth house of home, family, roots, aspect in the 10th house of career. You've got the sun's placement in your sixth house of health, aspect in your 12th house of spirituality. And you've got Pluto retrograding in your second house of earned income. If anybody owes you any money, I don't see any positivity coming out from it in the month of June. They're going to still make you wait. If you're thinking of buying a new home, if there is a bit of delay and frustration, I'm seeing this coming to an end from about August. From August, your way opens up. Don't try and push anything through this month. There's a reason why it's not happening. Right? From a career perspective now, if you've been a person that has not been paying attention to your career, if you've just entered a relationship and you've not been paying attention to your career, you got so you're in your honeymoon phase, all day, all night, you're focused on that, and you're no longer focused on your work. Do know that Saturn is going to give you the return on that there. Something will happen at work and remind you, hey, you've been shirking and jerking here. And this can have a direct impact on your home front. Why? Because if you lose your job, how are you going to pay for your bond? If you do have a bond, or if you're in business, something you could lose a very big client. And then what you're going to do? How are you going to buy that new home that you are thinking of buying from early last year? From a health perspective, these are the areas that you could have problem with in the month of June. Your knees, your knees and your legs, that can give you problem this month. Life could also take you very far away from home in the month of June. You could be traveling to a place that is very far away from your hometown. If you are planning travel, very good for you. But at the same time, it seems that a lot of you would have lost some family members also in the last couple of weeks and months. So I'm still seeing some of you that are mourning in a state of mourn. Now, Nazi, I'm not sure if you're on the live. I'm seeing you all coming out of the state of experiences from the month of August. All right, this will stay for you for a long time. I mean, Pluto retrograding here. So the old self is dying off. What you're going to take from this year is, while you're alive, this is life that you have. What you're going to take from this is, you are life. What am I doing while I'm alive? What am I doing with time? Time is life. Time is energy. That's why you'll say, don't waste my time. Time is energy. Don't waste my energy. Energy is what? Life. So when you're wasting time, you're wasting energy, which is life. You're wasting you, what you are, which is life in the body. So this is a perfect time to ask yourself, where am I wasting my life? When you ask yourself every day this, I can tell you this much: you won't do useless things, you will do useful things. You won't spend time doing useless things. You will spend more time doing useful things. Whether it impacts somebody else negatively or not, it shouldn't be your concern. You should be focused on what brings out the best state of consciousness within you. That's what you should be doing. Look, this could be a very humbling period for you all. So good luck and God bless you. If you are going through any difficulties, please talk to me on 076 Remember, this is a general forecast for all sun, moon, and ascendant signs. Capricorn. So obviously, this is a difficult time for you. Aquarians governed by Saturn as well. You've got Pluto retrograding in your first house, aspecting your seventh house of relationships. You've got Saturn that has entered your third house of travel, higher learning. You've got Sun in your fifth house of children, creativity, expansion, aspecting your 11th house of other people. So, in the month of June, it seems that a lot of you want to go out and express yourself externally. It seems that a lot of you would want children, or you could be finding yourself spending a lot of time with children. You've got Jupiter that will spend 1 year in your fifth house of children. So, over the next 1 year, if you're looking to have children, this could be a year where you definitely will have a child. Or if you are looking to become, this is the energy that you might feel that uh, something will come up to you all of a sudden, and then you will find yourself like, hey, wait a minute, I actually enjoy doing this. And this will bring out the creative side in you. I know this has happened to me already. You can find yourself becoming very creative over the next 1 year, the most creative than you've ever been. This can happen over the next 11 to 12 months. Um, you've got the sun's placement here, Jupiter's placement here for 1 year. You've got Saturn's placement in your third house, aspecting your ninth house of higher wisdom, travel. A lot of you for the next 2.5 years, you will be traveling to places very far away from your home front. This could be pilgrimages, this could be for studies, or this could be for enjoyment. Very good period, a very good time for you to explore foreign territory. This is all about foreign, not what you're used to. A lot of you will also start to learn new languages, or you might be drawn towards um, trying to learn a new language, or you might come into contact with people that are not of the same ethnicity and definitely not of the same nationality as you, and you would want to explore their culture. And well, it is a spiritual period for you as well. I mean, with Pluto entering your first house from last year, there's this Pluto in Aquarius energy aspect in fourth house, seventh house, 10th house. So this is the age, the end of the age. When I always say this here on some of my podcasts, when Jesus has said, I will always be with you till the end of age. Age is we were the age of Pisces. Now we're entering the age of Aquarius. This is a second coming. It's not some physical thing that you might think. You need to understand um, the metaphoric nature of this year. So this is the end of age and the beginning of a new age, the age of Aquarian. This is the age of AI. This is the age of robotic nature, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So a lot of you would be driven more towards this year, would find passion into this year. So good luck and God bless you. From a financial position, if people owed you money, we've got Saturn out of your second house of earn income. So money matches will start to improve here. Um, you've got Jupiter changing signs from your fourth house into your fifth house. So your mind will move away from your home, out of your home. So you'll be finding yourself moving away from your home more frequently. You just want to explore out of your house. Is this a good time for you in the month of June? It depends what you make out of it, but the energy is very good. So good luck and God bless you. Let's go on to the sign governed by Neptune itself. Pisces, the last and final zodiac of this last and final zodiac of the zodiac wheel. Now, Pisces, you have ended the Saturn in your peak period over the last 2.5 years. You've come out of Saturn, the 12th house. You've come out of Saturn being in the first house, aspect in 7th house, 4th house, and 10th house. The most difficult periods you've went through, the rising, the peak, and now you're going to the setting phase of your Saturn return or your Saturn return. What does this mean? You've went to the period where life would have served as a reminder that you need to change something in you. And then over the next 2.5 years, you went to the period where you needed to actually change, or if you didn't change, life would have forced you to change through pain and suffering. Now you are going to the period where you are applying all those changes. This is a new you. Pisceans, you are all have entered a new version of yourselves. Over the next 2.5 years, everybody that you come in contact with from your past, they will not recognize you. I have spoken to a lot of people from my past who never recognized me last 2.5 years. They haven't recognized me. You don't sound the same. Obviously not. So How does June behave with you from an energetic perspective, looking at where the planets are and the energies they're giving off? All right, so we've got Saturn in your second house of earn income. You are learning how to manage your money. You are learning. You're going through a period where money wouldn't come so easily for you. You have to work very hard for it now. And if you don't respect your money and you focus on spending lavishly, Saturn is going to put a halt on that. You can ask all the Aquarians and all the um, uh, Capricorns. They have went through this already in their life. So you are going through that period in your life where you will learn through your karma, your thought karma, word karma, action karma, depending on how you think, speak, and do. You're going to go through these experiences. I need to manage my finances because it's not coming as quick as I used to. If you're in business, you can find that out. You can go through this year. And with Pluto retrograding in your 12th house, it seems that a lot of you are having dreams about the past. This could manifest in your dreams. What's happening buried in your subconscious will definitely play at night. So you need to spend a lot of time focusing on your moon. What moon is? Moon is your emotions. Your emotional front, the water element in you, is not balanced, is not working out very well for you, because if it's causing you problem, if your past is causing you problem, it means that your emotions are superseding your logic. It means the moon is above your sun. You need to walk on water. Walking on water is not a physical thing. It is one who is beyond his emotions, one who is in control of his or her emotions. When you are in control of your emotions and your vices, you are that God, that godly character, that you have the qualities of a God in you. And when you are governed by the mind, and when you are fixated on your emotions, they take you up, down, or like a roller coaster, then that's not godly qualities. That is the hell, where everything externally impacts you internally. So, how will June behave with you from an energetic perspective? You might find out that from a career perspective, you might come across a lot of people talking funny kind stuff there. Um, this could make you feel very uneasy. A lot of you are actually thinking about new jobs. You went through this in January this year. Things settled down, but things are brewing up for you again here. Fourth house, 10th house activity. But I can tell you this much, that um, we've also got Jupiter leaving the third house, entering your fourth house of home, family, root aspect in the 10th house. So I do see, if you're not happy in your career, you'll definitely get a better job. Also, if you're thinking about buying homes, even if you're not thinking about buying homes, most of you will be buying your first home or a new home in the next 2 years, in the next 1 year, sorry. From a health perspective, I'm seeing you all, pretty much all of you are coming out of your health issues. You've been through the health concerns over the last 2.5 years. You're all coming out of it. But it seems like a partner who is also a partner could be going through health issues, could be a water element like you, maybe a Scorpio or a Cancer, could be having health issues. Now it has swapped around. Now you know what it feels like to have health issues. Now you need to use that empathy that you have in you to know what it feels like and be of assistance to the next person, all right, or your partner. But overall, this is a good month for you. It's just career that I'm picking up. Remember, guys, this is a general forecast for all sun, moon, and ascendant signs. If this doesn't relate to you, good. If it does, you can always talk to me privately on 076 From a financial perspective, I do see the next 2.5 years going to be uh, very informative for you. I know I've went through this here. It'll teach you a lot of patience. Where if somebody owes you money, don't push for it. Let it happen in due course. Don't break relations because of that. It will come through for you, but you just gotta be patient. You know? From a spiritual side, look, you are in the setting phase or the waning phase of your Saturn return, and I think that you need to apply all the lessons that you have learned in the last 5 years for you to have a beautiful life going forward. Because if you don't do that, you're going to have a repeat of that, especially with relationships. You'll attract the very same person that you that would have hurt you before because you haven't evolved, you're in the same frequency, you'll attract the very same energy into your life, and you'll be skipping in tears, and you really don't want that, right? So good luck and bless you all, sun, moon, and ascendant Pisces. And I think I'm done with all signs right now. So I thank you very, very much. If you are new on the channel, please make sure you're following me. You can always go on to YouTube and type in Ashto in with Abhi and subscribe to my channel. You'll find the recorded version of it there. And also you can find all my literature on audio, Awareness Pabi and Ashto Dabi. You'll find all my lessons there. So thank you very, very much for listening to me. Good luck to you all in the month of June. I'll catch you again on the live one of the days. Jai Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Shri Krishna, Hari Bol. And thank you to my moderators that have assisted me on this channel. Highly appreciated. Goodbye.